R. Kelly was once the undisputed king of R&B, a musical genius who filled arenas, topped charts, and built an empire on hit after hit. But behind the platinum records and sold-out tours, a darker story was unfolding. Today, the echoes of his past linger in the abandoned home he left behind, and the fractured legacy overshadowed by scandal and controversy. In this video, we dive deep into the dramatic rise and heartbreaking fall of R. Kelly, exploring his family life with his 3 children, the fortunes he once commanded. Stay tuned as we reveal the untold story of a star who soared to greatness, only to watch it all slip away. R. Kelly, once hailed as the king of R&B, during the height of his fame in the 1990s and early 2000s, Kelly's wealth soared to an estimated $100 million, fueled by record-breaking album sales, sold-out tours, and his work behind the scenes producing chart-topping songs for legendary artists such as Aaliyah, Michael Jackson, and the Isley Brothers. His anthem, "I Believe I Can Fly," not only won 3 Grammy Awards, but also became a worldwide success, further boosting his fortune. Blockbuster albums like 12 Play and Kelly sold millions of copies globally, and fans flocked to his concerts, while merchandise and royalties poured in, making him one of the highest-earning artists of his generation. However, that empire has crumbled in spectacular fashion. Today, Kelly's reported net worth has plunged into the negatives $2 million. The dramatic fall of R. Kelly's financial empire is largely the result of relentless legal troubles, which have haunted him since the 1990s. Allegations of sexual misconduct, abuse, and exploitation followed him for decades, but matters reached a breaking point when he was convicted in 2021 of racketeering and sex trafficking, followed by another conviction in 2022 for child pornography and enticement of a minor. These convictions led to a combined 31-year prison sentence and drained tens of millions of dollars from his wealth. Legal fees, settlements, and hefty fines, such as the $100,000 fine issued in 2021, piled up. Reports indicate that Kelly also spent significant sums in desperate attempts to suppress evidence and silence accusers, which only worsened his financial woes. But the damage didn't stop there. Kelly's poor financial management and ongoing tax problems accelerated his downfall. In 2020, he publicly admitted to owing the IRS nearly $2 million in unpaid taxes, a staggering figure that added to an earlier tax bill of $5 million reported in 2012. Real estate blunders also contributed. His lavish Chicago estate, famously dubbed the Chocolate Factory, was foreclosed and sold for a mere $950,000 in 2013, far below its original over $5 million value. His personal life further complicated his finances, especially his costly 2009 divorce from Andrea Lee, which came with ongoing alimony and child support payments. To make matters worse, after the release of the explosive 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly, public backlash led to his music being removed from major streaming platforms like Spotify, cutting off a vital stream of income. His reputation was left in ruins, sponsors vanished, and with no touring, no royalties, and no endorsements, his revenue sources dried up almost overnight. Robert Sylvester Kelly, better known to the world as R. Kelly, was born on January 8, 1967, in the south side of Chicago, Illinois. He entered the world at Chicago Hospital, now the University of Chicago Medical Center, located in the Hyde Park neighborhood. Raised in the Ida B. Wells Homes public housing project within Chicago's historically significant Black metropolis Bronzeville district, Kelly grew up surrounded by the tough realities of inner-city life. He was part of a large family with 5 siblings, including both full and half-siblings. His mother, Joanne, originally from Arkansas, was a devout Baptist and a dedicated schoolteacher who played a pivotal role in his upbringing, nurturing both his spiritual and musical development. His father remained absent throughout his life, and when Kelly was 5 years old, Joanne remarried a man named Lucius, an airline worker who became a father figure to Kelly and his siblings. From a young age, Kelly found solace and inspiration in music, especially through his experiences singing in the church choir at just 8 years old. These early performances sparked a lifelong passion that would define his future. His first major break came when he won the talent show Big Break, earning a substantial prize of $100,000, which launched him into the spotlight and led to a record deal with Jive Records in 1991. This breakthrough opened doors to influential collaborations, including his partnership with music producer Barry Hankerson and Hankerson's niece, the rising star Aaliyah. Kelly produced Aaliyah's debut album, which went double platinum, further establishing his reputation as a gifted producer and mentor. Kelly's own career soared in the early 1990s with the release of Born into the 90s alongside his group Public Announcement, followed by his solo debut 12 Play, which delivered the iconic hit Bump and Grind. His success only accelerated with his self-titled 1995 album, selling over 4 million copies and featuring the inspirational anthem I Believe I Can Fly. The song, which appeared on the Space Jam soundtrack, became a worldwide hit. Kelly's influence stretched beyond the recording studio. In 1997, he briefly pursued professional basketball with the Atlantic City Seagulls, proudly wearing the number 12 in homage to 12 Play. He also launched his own label, Rockland Records, in partnership with Interscope, helping to introduce new talent like Sparkle. Their duet, Be Careful, became a standout hit, driving her debut album to platinum status. By the turn of the millennium, Kelly had firmly secured his place as an R&B superstar. He collected numerous accolades, including the Favorite Soul R&B Male Artist Award at the American Music Awards and Grammy nominations for standout tracks like When a Woman's Fed Up. His recognition continued abroad, with the MOBO Awards honoring him in 2001, and his album TP2.com earning a spot among Billboard's top 200 albums of the decade. Kelly's ability to create memorable soundtracks was evident once again with The World's Greatest, featured in the film Ali, further underscoring his knack for crafting inspirational anthems. Despite personal controversies and professional setbacks, Kelly continued to push forward. After an unreleased album, Loveland, was leaked in 2002, he quickly pivoted, releasing Chocolate Factory with Ignition Remix, a hit that dominated the charts for months. He remained a prominent figure in live performances, appearing at global events like the 2010 FIFA World Cup opening ceremony and maintaining his touring presence into the 2010s. Billboard even named him the #1 R&B artist of the past 25 years in 2011. As the industry evolved, Kelly transitioned to RCA Records and continued releasing music, including his final studio album, 12 Nights of Christmas, in 2016, closing a prolific chapter in his career. However, his story did not end quietly. In 2022, an unauthorized album titled I Admit It surfaced on streaming platforms, including a controversial 19-minute title track recorded years earlier. Though initially credited to Kelly and Sony's Legacy Recordings, the album had not been sanctioned by either party. It was swiftly removed after being traced back to Real Talk Entertainment, whose actions prompted Universal Music Group's Ingrooves to sever ties with the label. This episode not only highlighted ongoing complications in Kelly's embattled career, but also underscored the growing challenges of digital music distribution in an era where unauthorized releases can trigger immediate industry-wide repercussions. Throughout his career, R&B singer R. Kelly has been known not only for his music, but also for his impressive real estate holdings. Old House in Olympia Fields, Illinois. Among his most talked-about properties is a sprawling mansion located in Olympia Fields, Illinois, a suburb just outside of Chicago, known for its tranquility and prestige. Built by Kelly himself in 1997, this extraordinary estate spans approximately 4 acres and boasts a grand total of 19 rooms, including 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms spread across 2 elegant floors. The mansion tells a story of luxury and opulence at every turn. After Kelly faced financial troubles that led to foreclosure, the home found new life in 2013 when it was purchased by the late Rudolph Isley, a founding member of the legendary Isley Brothers, and his wife, Elaine. The couple lovingly restored the estate, breathing new vitality into its already impressive architecture and design. Thanks to their careful attention, the property remains a shining example of craftsmanship and grandeur. Upon arrival, are welcomed by stately double front doors that open into a spectacular foyer. This entrance sets the tone for the entire home, offering soaring ceilings and an abundance of natural light that pours through the windows. The kitchen, a true centerpiece of the estate, is a gourmet dream. Outfitted with top-of-the-line appliances and custom-built cabinetry, it provides the perfect environment for preparing meals for lavish dinner parties or cozy family gatherings. However, what truly sets this property apart is its exceptional indoor recreation space. Among the most iconic features is the 2-story billiards room, which has been transformed into a jungle-themed oasis. Complete with its own waterfall, hot tub, and even a hidden grotto, the room also includes a whimsical clubhouse and a towering 2-story treehouse. The master suite is a private sanctuary, offering every luxury one could imagine. It features a spacious sitting area, a spa-inspired ensuite bathroom, and multiple walk-in closets that provide ample space for even the most extensive wardrobe. Entertainment options are seemingly endless within this estate. A fully equipped home theater promises an immersive viewing experience, while the formal dining room offers an elegant setting for hosting guests. Fitness enthusiasts will appreciate the state-of-the-art gym, designed to support a variety of workouts without ever leaving home. Stepping outside, the meticulously landscaped grounds continue the theme of grandeur. A tranquil pond adds a touch of natural beauty, while the outdoor dining area creates the perfect backdrop for summer soirees or quiet al fresco meals. For automobile aficionados, the estate presents an extraordinary bonus: a 6-car garage that comfortably fits up to 8 or 9 vehicles. Finally, the estate's location adds to its considerable appeal. Nestled beside the prestigious Olympia Fields Country Club, residents can enjoy convenient access to world-class golfing and social activities, further enhancing the lifestyle offered by this magnificent home. Old House in Atlanta, Georgia. The quiet suburban community of Johns Creek, located just outside Atlanta, Georgia, once found itself at the center of a national scandal. The home itself is an impressive sight. Spanning over 11,000 square feet and situated on over 2 acres of lush, landscaped grounds, the property boasts 7 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. Built to impress, it features elegant French limestone floors, richly paneled wood study rooms, and multiple fireplaces, 7 in total, that bring warmth and grandeur to its spacious interiors. The upgraded kitchen is outfitted with brand-new stainless steel appliances and opens into a cozy breakfast nook and inviting family room, creating a seamless flow for both everyday living and entertaining. On the first floor, the master suite offers every imaginable comfort. Inside, the suite includes a luxurious spa-inspired bathroom and separate dressing rooms designed for his and hers convenience. Upstairs, 5 additional ensuite bedrooms each have their own private terraces, providing personal outdoor retreats for family and guests alike. The estate's outdoor spaces are equally impressive. A private spa and pool area serve as the centerpiece for relaxation, while an outdoor kitchen encourages al fresco dining and entertaining. For younger residents or visitors, the grounds include a whimsical treehouse and playhouse, while a full-size tennis court completes the estate's resort-like atmosphere. Yet, despite its undeniable beauty, this home became known not for its luxury, but for the deeply troubling stories that unfolded within its walls. In the explosive documentary Surviving R. Kelly, women who once lived in the Johns Creek mansion came forward with disturbing accusations against the singer. They described an environment of strict control and alleged abuse, claiming they were forced to ask permission for basic needs like eating or using the bathroom. Some recounted being coerced into calling Kelly "Daddy," painting a chilling picture of life inside the grand estate. The mansion made headlines again in 2017, this time for an entirely different reason. While Kelly was away on tour, a housekeeper discovered the home had been ransacked. Police investigations revealed that Alfonso Walker, a handyman and associate of Kelly's, had broken into not just this estate, but also another nearby property owned by the singer. According to authorities, Walker claimed his actions were driven by revenge, accusing Kelly of owing him money. The incident left the luxurious home in disarray, further tarnishing its already controversial reputation. Eventually, the Atlanta estate was sold for over $2 million, closing the chapter on its tumultuous history under Kelly's ownership. While the new owners inherited a home filled with high-end amenities and architectural splendor, the property remains marked by its dark past, a reminder of the complicated legacy of its former resident. Abandoned house in Illinois. R. Kelly's real estate ventures extended far beyond his well-known Atlanta mansion, reaching into Illinois, where he once owned an impressive wooden house. This expansive property, now abandoned under circumstances that remain a mystery, was once a striking example of comfort blended with understated luxury. Covering a generous 986 square meters, the home was designed with both practicality and elegance in mind. It originally featured 3 spacious bedrooms and a single bathroom on the main level, enhanced by soaring high ceilings and an open layout that filled the interiors with natural light. Notably, this included a grand master suite, complete with vaulted ceilings and a private ensuite bathroom, providing a secluded retreat within the home. However, despite its once enviable status, the home now lies empty, its decline shrouded in unanswered questions. The abandoned estate stands today as a silent reminder of its past grandeur, inviting curiosity about the events that led to its current state of neglect. Cars. At the height of his career, Kelly's garage housed several luxury vehicles. Among the most notable were 3 standout models, each representing the peak of automotive prestige and performance. The first of these exceptional machines was a sapphire blue Bentley Continental, a car that seamlessly blended British elegance with raw power. Riding on 19-inch alloy wheels, the Bentley was powered by a formidable 4-liter V8 engine, capable of unleashing 572 horsepower and 515 newton-meters of torque. Paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, this vehicle offered a silky smooth yet forceful driving experience, making it as comfortable on winding country roads as it was impressive in the city streets. Equally commanding attention was the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600, an SUV that redefined luxury on 4 wheels. Beneath its sculpted hood lay a powerful 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine, generating 550 horsepower and an extraordinary 730 Newton-meters of torque. But it wasn't just about performance. The GLS 600 delivered a lavish interior experience that rivaled first-class travel. Passengers enjoyed features like 2 fully reclining ventilated seats, a range of 12 massage programs, a massive 14-inch infotainment screen, and a 13-speaker Burmester sound system that enveloped the cabin in premium audio. With a price tag exceeding $170,000, it stood as a rolling sanctuary of comfort and prestige. The crown jewel of Kelly's collection, however, was the Phantom Drophead Coupe, an icon of British luxury that combined old-world craftsmanship with modern power. Its twin-turbocharged V12 engine delivered an impressive 563 horsepower and 660 Newton-meters of torque, seamlessly handled by an 8-speed automatic gearbox. The vehicle's timeless design, distinguished by its sweeping lines and polished chrome accents, left no doubt about its elite status. Valued at a staggering $340,000, the Phantom was more than just transportation. It was a statement of affluence and sophistication. Though these high-end automobiles have since left R. Kelly's possession, they remain symbolic of his once extravagant lifestyle. Today, the memories of this abandoned collection serve as a stark and poignant reminder of a past marked by excess and the fleeting nature of fame and fortune. Philanthropy. Though his legal troubles and personal scandals have dominated headlines in recent years, there was a time when Kelly sought to use his fame and success to give back to those in need, both at home and abroad. In the aftermath of the tragic Virginia Tech shooting in April 2007, which claimed the lives of 32 innocent people, Kelly released the song "Rise Up," dedicating all proceeds to support the families of the victims. The heartfelt anthem was meant to serve as a message of hope and resilience during one of the darkest moments in the university's history. It was a rare and somber contribution from an artist better known for his chart-topping hits, reflecting an attempt to stand in solidarity with a grieving community. Kelly continued to engage in charitable efforts on an international scale as well. In 2010, he lent his talents to the global stage by writing "Sign of a Victory," the official anthem for the FIFA World Cup. Recognizing the widespread attention the tournament would attract, Kelly directed all proceeds from the song to support charities in Africa. The move aimed to make a meaningful impact in communities struggling with poverty and hardship, using the power of music to reach far beyond the stadiums and television screens. Back in his hometown of Chicago, Kelly also took part in local efforts to uplift vulnerable populations. On April 6, 2011, he performed at a benefit concert in support of Clara's House, an organization dedicated to helping residents of Chicago's underserved communities. The facility focuses on providing essential services such as job training, housing assistance, health care, and educational opportunities. By 2016, Kelly turned his attention to one of the most serious environmental crises in the United States: the Flint water crisis. Responding to the devastating news that residents of Flint, Michigan, were being exposed to dangerous levels of lead in their drinking water, Kelly donated several barrels of clean water to assist the struggling community. Though a small gesture in the face of a widespread disaster, it was another example of his willingness to step in during times of public need. Personal life. However, away from his public acts of charity, Kelly's personal life painted a much more troubling picture. His marriage to Andrea Kelly, née Lee, a former backup dancer, began in 1996 and seemed, at first, to reflect a stable family life. Together, they had 3 children: Joanne, Jaya, born in 2000, and Robert Jr., born in 2002. But behind closed doors, their relationship was fraught with conflict. In September 2005, Andrea filed for a restraining order against Kelly after an alleged altercation, eventually leading to divorce proceedings in 2006. Their marriage officially ended in January 2009, after 13 years. In the years that followed, Andrea Kelly publicly accused Kelly of physical, verbal, and emotional abuse, allegations she detailed further in the 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly. Kelly's personal entanglements extended beyond his marriage. In the 1990s, he reportedly had a long-term relationship with gospel singer Deleon Richards. Years later, in 2005, a Chicago man was charged with attempting to blackmail Richards' husband, professional baseball player Gary Sheffield, by threatening to release a sex tape that allegedly featured Richards and an ex-boyfriend, believed to be Kelly. The man behind the extortion attempt was ultimately sentenced to 27 months in prison in January 2006. Legal issues. R. Kelly's legal troubles span over 3 decades, involving a series of serious allegations and high-profile court cases. The Chicago Sun-Times began investigating Kelly as early as August 2000, following numerous claims that he had engaged in sexual abuse, some dating back to 1991. One of the earliest cases emerged in 1996, when Tiffany Hawkins accused Kelly of having sexual relations with her, starting when she was just 15 years old. Hawkins also alleged that Kelly encouraged her to involve other underage friends. In 2002, after explicit video recordings surfaced, Kelly was charged with child pornography, sparking a highly publicized trial that concluded in 2008 with his acquittal on all counts. However, public scrutiny intensified once again with the release of the 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly, which renewed focus on the accusations against him and prompted fresh investigations. Following this wave of renewed attention, RCA Records severed ties with Kelly, and law enforcement launched further inquiries. These efforts led to a significant legal downfall. In 2021, Kelly was convicted of violating the Mann Act and racketeering laws, and in 2022, he was found guilty of producing child pornography. Currently, Kelly is serving a 31-year prison sentence at FCI Butner Medium I. Notably, on July 30, 2024, reports emerged that Kelly and his attorney Jennifer Bonjean petitioned the Supreme Court to review his child pornography conviction, a move that, if successful, could cut his sentence by as much as 20 years. Once celebrated as the king of R&B, he now stands as a cautionary tale about fame, power, and the consequences of unchecked abuse. If you found this exploration insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation about the impact of fame, family, and the lessons we can learn from such a turbulent journey. Thank you for watching.